Hey guys, this week on the Royal TV Watchers, I'm going to be reviewing the 2004 movie Friday Night Lights, which is directed by Peter Berg and stars Billy Bob Thornton. Straight away, I want to say yes, there is a TV series called Friday Night Lights, and yes, it is amazing. It's one of the best TV shows currently on TV. In fact, it's one of the best TV shows ever, to be fair. And I don't want to compare the movie too much to the TV series, even though it is kind of hard to talk about them without comparing them to. But I'm going to try my best not to compare it or criticise the movie too much, because obviously there are big differences between the movie and the TV series, whereas the TV series has a lot of time to develop characters, and that's one of the strongest parts of the TV series. The movie can't do that because it's only, it's only an hour and 50 minutes long. Yes, I do love the TV series. It is amazing, and if you haven't watched it, please, go out and watch it, because you need to. It needs to be watched by more people. But anyway, the movie starring Billy Bob Thornton. It is based on a novel, a book written by H.T. Bissing. I think it's Bissinger. It's called Friday Night Lights: A Town, a Team, and a Dream. And it's set in 1988 and follows the story of the Permian High School Panthers football team. And yeah, it is based on a true story. And like I said, it's set in 1988, which is weird because when you're watching the movie, you don't, without knowing, if it didn't have like a little subtitle at the beginning saying when it's set, you wouldn't really know that it's set in the late 80s. The film follows like the team, and it's about this kind of which is the same with the series as well. It's about the small town where like the team's based, and the kind of football is the town. It's kind of just everything to that town, and you see kind of the pressure and the struggle and stuff that the guys on the team have to deal with, and also to some extent some of the pressure and stuff that's put on the coach, who in the movie, rather than the TV series, is called Gary Gaines, and like I said, he's played by Billy Bob Thornton. One of the great things about this movie is the tension, and especially when you're watching the actual games themselves in the movie, you do kind of have that feeling, which is true for the TV series as well, where you get sucked in, and even if you don't like American football, I mean, obviously in the UK we don't. Our football is very different to the American football, and I do enjoy watching the games and stuff in the TV series as well as in this movie, and it does give you this kind of sense of you really want them to win, and it gets you kind of excited when you watch the movie. And yeah, there are several games in it, and obviously the kind of climax of the movie is the big game, and it is really tense and really enjoyable to watch. The characters in the movie, there's several kind of main characters. The coach is kind of a main character, but now this is the first comparison I'm going to make kind of to the TV series. Whereas the TV series, you've got this coach who is played, his name is Eric Taylor, and he's played by Kyle Chandler. He kind of has this really strong presence in the TV series and this real great confidence to him, which I didn't find in Billy Bob Thornton, who played Gary Gaines. He just didn't have that same kind of, confidence to him like the character in the TV series. The members of the football team, you have one of the characters who I think is the quarterback is called he's called Mike, Mike Winchell, and he kind of struggles with making decisions and stuff. He kind of has a mother who has kind of some illness, I think. Then there's another character called Don Billingsley, who has kind of a relationship with his father, his father kind of abuses him, and I think his father was a football champion and stuff, and he kind of takes it out on his son, or he wants to live his life through his son in a way. And then you also have another character called James Booby Miles, who, if you wanted to compare it to anyone in the TV series, would kind of be like Smash. He's kind of a very confident, arrogant player who in the movie ends up getting seriously injured, and it kind of jeopardizes his career. But yeah, it isn't as good as the TV series. I will say that. The TV series, like I mentioned earlier, it does have the advantage in that it has more time to develop the characters, and by the end, if you have seen the series, by the end of the first season, you kind of know the characters so well, you care for them, as if they were your own family in a way. And I know that sounds really like stupid, but it's true. You do get so engrossed in the characters that are developed on screen in the TV series that they do kind of, you care for them. Whereas the movie, like I said, it's shorter, so you don't get that same side to it. But it does, to give it its due, it does really do the best it can with the time, I guess. I really did enjoy the movie, and it is one of the best, well, probably is the best sports movie I've ever seen. That's probably because I haven't seen many sports movies, but it is really good, and it does an excellent job of engaging you and make you want to root for this team. The soundtrack is really great. It's got kind of similar soundtrack to the TV series. Overall, the movie is great. It isn't as good as the TV series, but that still doesn't stop it from being a really great film that I highly recommend going and checking out. If you're a fan of the show, definitely check out the movie, and just if you haven't seen the show, go out and watch that too, because it's amazing. Sorry this review's been kind of bad, and sorry it's an audio review, but I haven't had much time, but yeah, anyway, go and check out the series, definitely, and also the movie if you want to give it a go. But yeah, that's